Alright guys, how's it going? Today we are making a do-it-yourself hydraulic handbrake. Instead of buying one for 200 bucks, we can make one for about 40. The main part here, the hydraulic part of it, this is from a 97 Honda. Nothing special. We will have to drill and tap into this to make it accept a metric brake line. Right now, it is just a open-ended hole. So I got to drill it out and put a pipe fitting in there so that it can accept a shouldered fitting, so it'll hold a brake line and not leak. And you just have a big washer because I'm using one gigantic bolt to hold it to my floor. Got a special tool there for the little C-clips, and I'm making the main body out of it, out of a piece of 2x4 125 wall, and essentially that's going to go like this, and the handle will stem from here and go up. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so here's the first part we're going to do is we're going to cut this piece, and I'm going to go up here just to make a generic shape of it where the clutch slave cylinder, or the clutch master cylinder, will bolt to the back of this. The handle will be pivoting from somewhere up here, and I'm going to cut this first, trace it out, and then just cut that, or cut it like this, and plate the back of it. We can bolt the master cylinder there, and go from there with the handle. And something like that will make up the main body of the hydraulic handbrake. Next, we'll cut out a little plate to weld onto the back of this to make into the mounting plate for the clutch master cylinder.
I'm looking at the license plate, assuming that's the original. Oh yeah, probably is. That's about right.
Alright, so now that we got this all welded up, I marked up my two little areas, drill those out, and I'll start mocking up the rest of it. Alright, so now that you've got one really terrible hole in the middle and two little holes, you can finally slide it all together and see it start taking to shape. Alright, so I've already got this piece of tubing here. It's 3/4 OD. I've already got it cut to the length that I would prefer it to be in my car. I'm having mine mounted on the passenger floor just in front of the seat mount, closest to my shifter. And that's about the height I want it. Also, I got this little bicycle hand grip, and I'll be getting another piece of tubing, sleeving this, so that this can fit over it nice and snug. So next I'm making the handle, and I'm using this little piece of tubing here, which it will ride down here somewhere, and then the handle will be welded to that. And what this little tubing, what this little piece does real good, is this pretty thick wall. This is maybe, just a little over maybe just a little over an eighth, just under 3/16, and it fits a 5/16 bolt really good down the middle, so you don't get any of that weird side-to-side slop or anything. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and put the master cylinder here, drill my hole wherever it needs to be on the side here, all the way through. I'm going to tack weld these two pieces together, this being my handle, this being the pivoting point. I'm going to tack weld it together loosely so I can bend it and tweak it wherever I'm going to have it in my car and have it go straight to my palm. Have it in a really nice location. So I'm just going to put it together lightly and tack it together and see where, so with everything lightly mocked together and this little clevis here in the middle of its threaded travel, I'm just kind of lining everything up. And I'm going to tack it all together, and like I said before, we'll test fit it in the car and see where the Alright, I'm just ready to drill a hole right about here and mock it all together. Alright, I got my handle all welded up, and that's the shape of it. That little dog leg in the top there is actually the same shape as my dash, but about 5 inches away from it. Alright, so now that you got the main body all pretty much done, I got this really big washer. It looks like it came from some kind of fencing piece. I got this long carriage bolt and an eye-lock nut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole in the bottom of the body here, put this bolt through it, weld the carriage head to the body itself. So this thing just has a big stud that you just slide through your floor. And from underneath you put this gigantic washer in that nut, and it sandwiches your floor right there. Just like that. Alright, so here's a bicycle handlebar that I got from a yard sale for $2. I'm going to cut this top piece off that your hand grip would normally go and use this as a sleeve over my hydraulic e-brake handle. Well, and there you guys have it. A DIY hydraulic handbrake. I will be making a video probably in a couple days installing it. And see that little hole right here? I'll have to drill and tap that for 1/8 national pipe thread and make it fit brake lines. But anyways, don't forget to use plenty of lock washers, nylock nuts. Everything's loose right now. I just barely put it back together as it was drying. And try to shim everything and make sure that you do have just a little bit of slop before it actually starts activating this. Otherwise, you could have troubles bleeding it. Your brakes could have a little bit of pressure on them at all times, which is not good. Let go. There you guys have it.